If you do go on to enjoy today's video, do me a favour and hit that like button and of course subscribe. It really does help me out a lot. And if you want to avoid the random lottery that is FIFA points, you can go straight to the source with u7buy.com, and of course you can use the code TVM at the checkout to get yourself a discount. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to the road to glory. Had a day off yesterday because it was Wednesday. I think something else happened as well. Something about baby Jesus' birthday. Had a great day, and today we're back at it with Icon Swaps 2, hopefully, if EA remembered. And we've got some packs as well. I've only finished rank 3, so don't get excited for packs. Obviously didn't play Weekend League either. I was tempted to play Weekend League this week, but I'm still not like 100% feeling great, and I just can't be bothered. So I'm going to have this week off again. If you don't like it, I do apologise. Next week, I probably will give it a go, though. I'm enjoying playing with my team for the few games that I have played. I've not played many because I just haven't had time over the festive period, you know. So when we get back into the swing of just life, which basically starts tomorrow for me, then yeah, everything will go back to normal. But I just want to take this weekend to catch up on videos that I've missed and to get over the rest of this. Like, I still, really irritating, you don't care. I'm going to take tradables as well, 2 15Ks in a mega pack. It's nothing great. We have a few packs to open already. There's an SBC that I've done that I'll show you, and there may be some more SBCs, and of course there is icon swaps in general to talk about. So plenty of stuff to do, but we'll get to that in just a second. The most annoying thing about this illness, right, is the fact that I can't smell or taste anything. And that was over, what is it, the 23rd, 4th, 5th, and now 6th. So all of those days, you know, the days where you're meant to eat stupid amounts of chocolate and turkey and all the rest of it, I've not been able to taste any of it. So, great. I still ate it, so I've still put all the weight on, but I've not reaped any of the benefits from the taste. So that's fantastic. I should have just eaten rice. So what I'll do first is I'll open up the packs. We've got 2 15Ks, obviously. I've got a Premium Gold Players pack from one of the Footmas challenges. I've got a Rare Gold pack from another Footmas challenge. Mega pack obviously comes from Rivals, and then the 2 Players pack and a 2 Rare Gold Players pack, which I will start with. They come from the Politano objective. I am essentially 3 goals away from unlocking Politano. I think Roma, I can't remember, Roma, Bologna, and I want to say Fiorentina. I might be wrong in saying that. Either way, 3 clubs remain. I will get that done over the next day or two, hopefully. And we'll have both objective players in Trossard and Politano in the club. So that's pretty cool. And then probably in time for them to release the next one. I would have thought we'd get one very soon. I wouldn't be surprised if we got it today, but then, you know, with icon swaps and such, they probably think icon swaps is enough content for one day. You can start working towards it, but there's no instant gratification there. Chances are, because this season is so short, I mean, I've not looked at it yet, you know already, and we'll look in a second, but this season is so short, what I think is going to happen is they're going to drop 6 tokens, which is what they said they're going to do. Any icon worth picking up isn't actually going to be, you know, less than, say, I don't know, or rather is going to be more than 6 tokens, so like 12 tokens or something. So for the next 2 weeks, yeah, it's going to be awesome that you're going to be able to work towards these icon swap tokens, but you're not actually going to get to claim them until next season, which is the pain in the backside. Quite a few League SBC cards there. Unfortunately, no decent chem style. I'll tell you what I'm going to do with these. I'm going to put them in the club, because obviously marquee matchups would have come out today as well, which is pretty cool. So we'll look at that. We'll have those packs for tomorrow with some gameplay as well. We had a board in the first one, not in the second, so I'm not going to waste your time by watching that open. We will just skip the whole thing. Hopefully get a chem style anchor. That's 5k in the bag, or thereabouts anyway. Not bad. I will get rid of that straight away, actually. I don't know why I did that. Let's just list that for 4-7, see if we can get that gone immediately. I don't really care about them. My defense is basically as good as it's going to be for a while. What was that engine setting for then? There's one for 1-3, 1-9 I saw. See if we can list it for 1-6 and see if we can get it gone for that. We can get rid of those. Don't really care about them. Get rid of those. Pop those on the transfer list. And there we go. Plenty of room on the transfer list to just be able to throw all this on. All 3 of these packs are tradable. I'll do the rare gold the rare gold pack. Not rare gold players, that would have been even better. But that is a board though, which is decent. Can we get a walkout, please, EA? It's an inform walkout. It's a great team of the week. It's iluchszz. So it's not the best inform we could have had. However, 87 rated iluchszz is pretty fantastic. There's loads of good informs this week. The team of the week was fantastic. And I think, obviously, you may know already, I'm thinking we're going to get like repeatable team of the week, SBCs, potentially league-specific upgrade packs as well. That is a great pack. Wijnaldum and iluchszz. He's not worth much because obviously he's not really usable. However, he is usable for us because he could go into an SBC of sorts. There is an icon SBC currently out, the base icon. I don't know whether they're going to drop a mid icon at some point, but that's something I'm very tempted to do, even though there are only a handful of the base icons that I think would be that would go into the team. I still think it's a good SBC to grind because there are ways to grind it. So let's pop those in the club again, just whack those up to the transfer list. One final pack to open. My favourite pack in the game this year, and to be honest, it was my favourite pack in the game last year. But we've had a lot of luck from these, so I would not be surprised if we didn't have anything in this. Yeah, it's not a board. Oh, that's fine. I'm alright with it. You know, we don't really deserve anything from these rewards because I literally just limped into rank 3. Played the games last night, just get that done, and picked up a couple of packs here or there. So it wasn't really like I've worked for it, you know. Have I just discarded? No, I thought I discarded the Maestro. Yeah, I've not really worked for those packs in the slightest. So to get anything from those would have been a bit of an injustice. Not that I would have said no to it, but it's okay. I'm not going to complain. Not going to moan. Not sad about it. Then we move on. Nearly back up to 1.3, incidentally. We sold the anchor for 4.7. The engine's gone for 1.6. Chem styles are potentially a pretty decent way of making some coins if you can pick them up relatively cheap. Let's go look at objectives and have a look to see what we've got here. So icon swaps online, icon swaps single player, and that's what we have. And no new milestones. So the clubs were Bologna, Fiorentina, and Roma. I am brilliant, like memory-wise. There's just no one better. So let's have a look at these icon swaps then, shall we? Bundesliga. Win 4 rivals matches using 9 first owner Bundesliga players in your starting squad. La Liga is the same, obviously. And then 3 Lions, which is win 5 rivals matches using 11 English players in your starting squad. 4 must be first owned. That's cool. I like that. The 3 Lions one I like. Those 2 are a bit boring, but the 3 Lions one is different because you have to use 11 English players. But the stipulation being 4 first owners is pretty good. 3 single player with win 6 squad battles matches on minimum world class difficulty using 6 La Liga, Liga BBVA MX and 5 MLS players in your starting squad. You what, mate? I've got to build a team. Oh wow! So I've got to build a team with Mexican League and American, so MLS. That's okay. That's interesting. That's good. I mean, that's not going to be easy, really, because I don't have those players for a start. So I'm going to have to buy them. Then I have to play on world class, and I have to win 6. That's big. Next one is 11 Saudi professional league players in your starting squad. None of them have to be first owner or anything, so that's fine. And then finally, we have win 6 squad battles matches on minimum legendary difficulty using 11 Italian. That is harsh. I'm alright with it. I can do it because that's what I play on when I play squad battles anyway. But the reason I say that's harsh is because not everyone is that good. Like I'm not saying I'm good and I'm not trying to big myself up. What I mean is not everyone can beat the AI on world class. So the fact that not everyone can even compete against legendary difficulty, I mean that could prove to be really irritating because I suppose at the same time you could argue, well, just keep plugging away, you'll eventually get 4 wins. Well, in that case, just keep plugging away and you'll eventually beat the AI 6 times on Legendary. It's a little bit different. If you play online against someone and you drop down low enough, you will play someone on your level. This is always going to be the same level. This is always going to be Legendary. This is always going to be difficult. Now, from your point of view, you might think, it's not difficult, what's he talking about? He's just talking out of his backside. We know it's not difficult. You whack it on, for instance, you go into squad battles, you find this team right here, 59 rated, 13 chemistry. He's got a bronze centre-back in goal. Who can't beat that on Legendary? There are going to be some people out there who can't do it. I'm not moaning about it. I'm alright with it because I can do it. But I do feel for you if you are one of those. But those are 2 games straight away that I can play on Legendary and sort of whack both of those off, if you will, with 11 first, not first owner, but 11... Italian players. I went out and did the Vidal SBC. I would have showed you, but obviously I didn't do the video, and I had to get it done before it expired. It just made sense to do the Vidal SBC. That's why we're down a little bit in coins. He fits perfectly into the team. I much prefer him to Guardiola, and obviously, like I said, fits perfectly. I just moved Griezmann down and then popped Vidal up. I've given them chem styles and everything. I've used it in a few games. I've lost 1 game, and I felt shafted in that one. He was a good player, and he held it very well, and he needed to, because he got a player sent off in like the first 10 minutes. I obviously missed the penalty because I'm trash. But then he managed to nick a goal. I couldn't touch the ball. He scored, then I was all over him, and I couldn't get through, and then he took the ball off me in like the 60th minute, and I literally didn't touch it again till the end of the game, because he just kept passing it. You know when like they go forward so far, and then they start walking back, and you can't get enough pressure to get the ball off them. It was so annoying, but yeah, we lost that like 2-1 or whatever it was. But every other game I've played, I've really enjoyed it. I've won it, and everyone, even Vidal, has been fantastic. That's not the team like done. It's not going to stay like that. Obviously, there will be upgrades to be made. But yeah, we'll for the time being at least, that's the way it's going to stay. Now, in terms of icon swaps, that's been added. So let's have a look at the Footmas first and see if they've knocked Footmas on the head. Footmas is done. It's over. So 82 to 88 was already there. You haven't seen me talk about it, but it is there. I have done a few of them. Club has got a few 88s-ish in the club. I've done quite a few 83s as well. They are worth it, in my opinion, but only if you go through the bronze to silver to non-rare gold to 82 to 88 and then into the 83s. If you just build them with cuts off the market, chances are they're not going to be worth it and you are going to waste your money. But if you do it the proper traditional way that it's meant to be done from scratch, then it's worth doing, in my opinion. In terms of another SBC that they've dropped, we have Scream Milner is back. Wait, what? Scream Milner and the flashback Mascherano is back. That's interesting, because they're not going to be the same prices, because that is only 1 requirement. Okay. Marquee matchups, marquee moments is a small rare mixed. Not bad. Premium gold. What? 25k pack for completing the whole thing. This must be trash. Small rare mixed. Okay. Prime Electrum. Gold players pack. Really? And then a rare mix. Why can't that? Right? Why can't they make that maybe a little bit harder, or just leave it as it is and make that a 25k pack? Make the group reward a prime players pack, and then make that a 15k pack or something. Gold players packs are weak, but there we go. Marquee matchups is there, marquee moments is there, the 80 plus upgrade is there, the base icon is there, no mid icon, which a lot of people were expecting. Scream Milner back. I'd be interested in this if this was cheap enough. I don't think they'd make it too cheap though, because then it would piss a lot of people off. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'd love to get it because he's a Liverpool player, but he just wouldn't have any use in any of the teams that I have. He would just be a novelty player that would play very minimal games. I mean, he is an English card, so he would go into that sort of squad to use for icon swaps, but I'm really not that bothered. Mascherano doesn't interest me in the slightest, but it is interesting that they've brought some SBCs back. I'll tell you what, now he does interest me, just for the sake of getting an 87 rated card, actually. He is 87, right? Yeah, that's so cheap. 82 rated team and an inform. We could just use like a discard inform or an untradeable inform and just get that card. An 87 rated... I mean, you do the 82 to 88 upgrade, and if you were to pack an 87 rated, you'd be like, yeah, okay, I've done well there, because that's fodder. You know, it's just, okay, with an inform is a little bit more expensive, but it's essentially the same thing. It's fodder, right? And we could maybe use him here or there until then. I may complete Mascherano, because that's not bad. Milner's still not overpriced, but I just don't need him. And now that brings us to, providing there are no new leagues, nope, that brings us to icon swaps. I've not looked at any leaks. I've seen a few things that were thrust in my face by people who know I don't like leaks and still decide to tell me because I don't know why. I think, what was his? Zambrotta, the right back, he was in there. Nakata, I think, was in there. And Sol Campbell. Those are the only three. Oh, Gattuso as well. Sorry, that's the only four that I remember. But they were leaks, so I'm hoping that they weren't true. Although Zambrotta would be class. Let's get into it then. Bobby Moore. Oh, so there are quite a few. Oh, whoa, wait. 77 days remaining. That is such a long time. I'm not going to jump the gun this time round, and I'm not going to go, right, I want to get Bobby Moore straight away, or I want to get Fernando Hierro straight away, because I'm impatient. I'm going to be patient with this, because my team is in a position where I'm happy with it, and I'm enjoying myself playing with it, and we can work towards other things. We have coins to buy players and do SBCs and such. I'm not going to worry about my team, and I'm not going to worry about rushing to get this icon in, unless there is one for like 8 or 9 tokens that I really want. So Bobby Moore is there for 5, Rijkaard is there for 5. I think they're very well priced, actually. Rijkaard in particular is very well priced. That's still a decent card. For I mean, look at the composure on that. For an 85 rated team, that's incredible. I have to have a drink. I apologise, my throat was very dry. Again, that's a great card for 6 tokens. I wouldn't recommend doing it, but for 6 tokens, to be fair, I would probably swap those around. I'd say that Rijkaard is better than Hierro. I know they play in different positions, but yeah. Van der Sar, one of the best keepers in the game, so I can understand that. Raul at 10 tokens. Look at the jump. 6 tokens to 10 tokens. Look at the jump in that. I was not expecting that at all. Was not expecting that jump. Raul is there. I don't mind that card. I actually think it's quite good. And for 10 tokens, I don't know if I'm tempted, but it's a good card. Not really a box-to-box, so I'd probably avoid that. Ronald Koeman is a great card. That's a really, really good card. I mean, you can literally play... I mean, he's a centre-back, so it's a little bit difficult to play him anyway, but you can play him anyway. In the midfield in particular, be a very good, like, CDM. But it is what it is. What's that? 10 tokens? Not bad at all. Clarence. 80... Wait, what was that? That's Rijkaard, yeah? Yeah. Okay, cool. I could have swore it was Clarence Seedorf. So Seedorf in there for 10 tokens. I think that might... I don't know. It's a good card, but is it a little bit overpriced at 10 tokens? I don't know. Robert Pires, I'm not interested in at all. I mean, it's not horrendous. It just doesn't do it for me. If you're going to do that for 10, unless you're an Arsenal fan or just Pires in general, you might as well do any one of those, really. Next up, so Zambrotta is there. Socrates is there for 11 tokens. Nakata. What version of Nakata is that? It has to be the mid version, surely. I mean, it's not a terrible card. I know Nakata's a meme, but it's not terrible. But for 11, not sure. Socrates for 11 tokens is interesting, because that is a nice card. I don't know how good that 87 will be with that agility and his height. I think he's like 6'4". 5-star weak foot is really nice, but obviously in this game where high agility, smaller players tend to be the be-all and end-all, I don't know how good he will feel. But I've used other versions of Socrates, and he is very nice. But I don't know whether I'll be going for that, because we did have him last year. This one is a card I would be interested in, although it is the 86, and that is Zambrotta. He's good. But I, to be honest, right, I don't know if that's a card I'd be happy to keep in my team for that long. You know, like the likes of Kyle Walker and stuff are already competing defensively with him. I don't know whether I'd be interested in that for 11 tokens. Don't know. Hoping this is the 88 Figo. If this is the 88, then I would be very tempted by this for 13. Oh, it's the 90. Oh, 13 tokens for the 90 Figo. The 88 is central. That's the trade-off. I would have to play him instead of Dembele, which I'd be alright with, but I do like Figo. 4-star, medium. It's not one of those cards that, like, you know, I can't wait to play because I have Figo. That's what I want from my icon, but it is still a very good card. I do like that a lot. Let's move on. where is Jari Litmanen's moments card? I was really hoping that we'd get a Jari Litmanen like prime for like 10 tokens or something. No one's interested, but I would be. Campbell, yeah, decent card. What is it, 13 or 14? 14 tokens. I don't know whether you'd want to spend 14 tokens on a centre-back. But then again, I'm saying that as someone who has 4 first-team centre-backs. You might not be in that position, and that's fair enough. It's a great card, to be fair. Really good. So yeah, Gary Lineker, let's be honest, absolutely no one is doing that. Not even those dedicated of Leicester fans would want to do that, I'm sure. I mean, it's not horrendous, but in my opinion, if you're going to get 14 tokens, just get anyone else. Laurent Blanc. I mean, Cam, 85, Laurent Blanc. That's not great, is it? Why is he 14 tokens? Am I missing something? I know he's very well-rounded, but I must be missing something there. I don't see how that is a 14-token player. Terrible composure. Mediocre stats in terms of like stand tackle, interceptions and long shots and what have you. Like, he's good in places, but he's not great at anything in particular. I don't understand that. The mid-icon pack is there. Ronaldinho at 21 tokens. Oh my days. Alessandro Del Piero as well, and there is one more reveal. I kind of thought Kaká would show his face, but maybe not. Luis Hernandez, good card. I don't think I'm interested personally because I don't really have an affiliation with him, and he's only got a 3-star weak foot. This is one that I'm very disappointed by. I don't like the fact that he's left wing. I know he did play there, so it's fine, but if that was a cam or a centre mid, I'd be all over it, but because it's not, I don't want it, and it's so irritating because as a Liverpool fan, that would be great. Like, his mid icon is a central icon, I think. One of them is, I think it's his mid, and I would have gone for that for like 10, 12 tokens. I would have gone for it, but seeing as how this is a left wing, I'd have to replace Eden Hazard. I can't see me doing that. 4-star, good card, but for me, it just doesn't fit. Del Piero, this is probably the first player that I've come to that I thought, right, now I want to work for him. Because this is the only one that at the moment, okay, and the next one definitely, even more so than Del Piero, but this is the first card we've come to that I'm really excited about. He's just a great card. His balance is poor, but everything else about that is fantastic. And then, of course, Ronaldinho's 89. So that's the base Ronaldinho. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is that the base Ronaldinho? I think it is, right? I mean, I've just tipped my can everywhere. Show must go on. Ronaldinho. It is the base Ronaldinho. Well, I mean, I wasn't expecting the prime or anything, so I suppose that's fine. I don't know though. Is that really is the base Ronaldinho worth 21 tokens? Are you going to bust a gut to get the base Ronaldinho? That's the question. You know, not great stamina. The rest of the stats are fantastic, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to sit here and criticise, but I don't know. What's next? Michael Essien and Patrick Vieira. Now, that's interesting because that's Patrick Vieira's base icon. And by the time you get that, you are, I mean, look how long they're there for. 77 days. I mean, it depends how fast you work, depends how difficult it's going to be for you to check these off, but that is going to take you the best part of 2 months to achieve. You are going to be looking at the end of February, beginning of March before you can pick that Vieira up. If you work at it at a reasonable pace and you're not doing it all hell for leather, because not many people have got the time and the skill, because it does take, you know, you can't just fly into it and do it no matter who you are. You do need to have a degree of skill to do it, or try again attitude. So yeah, that's a questionable one for me. I either would have upped to the mid, or I would have put him further down and moved someone else up there, because that, I don't know if that is worth the grind, for the 2 month grind essentially. We skipped past Essien because I saw Vieira. Again, that's a great card. It is a very, very, very good card. I would prefer to have that than I would Vieira. I won't lie to you. Price on that compared to Vieira, 23 and 23, so they're the same. If I had to choose between the two, it would be Essien all day long. I have no affiliation between Arsenal and Chelsea. I just prefer that card, if I'm honest. I can't fleet between the two, unfortunately, but I mean, that just is a better card, right? That is a better card. Why wouldn't you go for... Unless you're an Arsenal fan, why wouldn't you just go for SEN? 4-star weak foot, high work rates. 3-star, medium. Yeah, in my opinion, SEN all day long has to be. Height, maybe. But so in terms of which icon I want to go for, I'll tell you what, I'm not really that happy about the icon selection. There are some decent icons in there, but I was expecting the odd prime icon to be thrown in. I was actually expecting Jari Litmanen, because he's one of the worst icons in the game. So why wouldn't they include his prime quite low? Everyone would overlook it, I'm sure, but I would like that. But either way, I don't know who to go for there, really. I really don't know who to work towards. I am thinking maybe Figo, to be honest. I mean, we could pick that up 13 tokens. If there are, I don't know how many there are going to be. What is it? Is it 20? Is it 24 or is it 23? Is it 23? It's got to be 23 tokens, right? Because otherwise this would be... Yeah, so let's just assume there are 23 tokens. So if we did go for Figo, we'd be looking at 10 tokens left over. So we could get Seedorf, Koeman, which is really interesting. We could get Van der Sar. I wouldn't be against that at all. Although we do have arguably a better goalkeeper in Dhir. I don't really care about those. I suppose we could go for Rijkaard. I don't know that bothered about Rijkaard. Or we could go for Bobby Moore and Rijkaard, and we could get Figo. I don't know, but I mean, I think Figo could be the play though. At the moment, he's the one that I'm looking for the most. None of the others really do it for me. Ronaldinho would be class, but I fear that would take me, where is he, 21 tokens. That's going to take me to nearly the end of February. It just will. By the end of February, am I going to be that interested in a base icon Ronaldinho? Probably. But I don't know. I think the stamina would annoy me more than anything. It's just like you want to be able to play with him, you want to be able to rinse him, you want to be able to give him the ball and do all these skills, and by half time he's knackered, you got to take him off. I don't know. I'm not downplaying these cards, by the way. Ronaldinho is great. Del Piero is fantastic, but I just don't want to have to sit there and grind all that way for a card that I'm not like 100% hyped about. Like Del Piero is a great card. I would be very interested in picking him up. He's the best high end icon in this set for me. Like those two don't interest me in the slightest because I have Kante. Ronaldinho, because he's a base, I'm not that interested. That card, I am interested. I do like it. If that was the mid, I would be interested. Not interested in him. None of those. I don't care about those. Luis Figo. Zambrotta, if that was a better version, I'd be interested, but not for that one. Luis Figo, I do like the look of. Socrates, we had him last year. I don't want to go down that road again. And then, of course, if we did go for Figo, we could pick up one of these. So, there we go. Those are my thoughts on it. Let me go over to Twitter just in case EA have announced or shown us something or... no, they've not said anything other than here's a re-release and here are the icons in general. I think it's a good set, and I think there's definitely something for everyone. There are one or two in there that are slightly questionable. Blanc is probably the biggest questionable one for me. Why he is so high up, I'll never know. I mean, that Blanc should be down in one of the lower token sections, in my opinion. I'd much rather have Rijkaard or Seedorf than I would Blanc. I don't understand why he's so high up. It really doesn't make any sense to me. But hey, it is what it is. Let me know what you think of Icon Swaps Season 2 in the comment section down below. Tomorrow I will have some packs to open, as always, do marquee matchups and whatnot, but also some gameplay of the new squad as well. And you can give me suggestions as to which icons you think would work better in the team. At the moment, though, like I said, I am leaning towards Figo. By the time I get Figo, by the way, we may have ended up packing Messi and he'll be useless to us. I change my mind every 5 minutes when it comes to icons. But, yeah, just have a little look and say, well, maybe consider this guy instead of whoever you have in your club at the moment. Obviously, let me know who you're going to go for. If you have enjoyed today's episode of The Road to Glory, do me a favour and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and until the next time, goodbye.
Football Index, the game changed. Download the app now.